Hey, happy Monday, everybody. I can't believe we're Monday and we have 1 week left of December. It's going by, or 1 week left till December, sorry. I can't believe how fast this is going by. My name is Becky Smith, and Erin and I are here today on Erin's page to share with you why we are so incredibly excited about health and travel. And a lot of you watching this right now don't know who I am. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Becky Smith. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I am good friends with Haley Larkin and Erin, who has just come on board here, and we just can't wait to share what it is that we have from a health and travel perspective. So that is something that is absolutely mind-blowing to me. But where my story begins is back in June of 2023. I found myself in my doctor's office complaining of having issues with Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune thyroid disease that I struggle with. I've got discoid lupus and seronegative rheumatoid arthritis. Plus, I was sitting at about 70 pounds overweight. And I asked her, and that day, my big issue was hair loss. I had a big bald spot in the front of my head. I'm going to show you a picture of that here in just a minute. But she asked me some questions, and one of the questions she asked me was, are you using collagen? And I said, well, I've got the jug of collagen from Costco. It's the big blue one, and I'm not really good at using it. I was putting it in my coffee sometimes. Sometimes I put it in a smoothie, but I'm not a smoothie person. I wasn't consistent with it, and therefore really wasn't seeing the results. And I don't know if a lot of people are getting results of hair growth from that collagen. She goes, oh gosh, girl, I want you to use a liquid collagen that's a high octane collagen that is really good for your hair. It's good for your nails. It's good for your skin. It's good for your joints. And it's going to make a world of difference. And all you do is take one shot a day. I was like, wow, sign me up. Well, she happened to have it in her office. So I bought some, took it home, used it for a couple months, and I had little spriglets and things growing out of my hair. So, gosh, 2.5 months after I started using that, my friend Carissa reaches out to me, who's also a friend of Haley and I, and she goes, hey, Becky, I've partnered with a company in the health and wellness space. I think you should take a look at it. And I said, you're crazy. I said, there's no way. I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 jobs. So incredibly busy. My background is in biochemistry, medical laboratory science, and I teach post-secondary medical laboratory science as well. So I got my hands in all the things, and I said, there's no way. No way. She goes, well, I'm going to send it to you anyways. And she did. And what I saw was it was the exact same company that the collagen was from that I got from my doctor. So I about fell off my chair and peed my pants, and I was like, holy cow. All right, send me more information. So when she sent me more information and I started digging into it, I found that everything they had was third-party tested for heavy metals, lead, molds, and toxins. It was all gluten-free, plant-based, CGMP certified. And I'm like, holy cow. The more I looked and the more I saw, the more excited I was. So she gets me on a call with her leader, and we were talking about what this company's all about and what's possible here. And I couldn't look back, and here I am 2.5 years later, helping as many people as I can find the answers that I found, and it's been such an absolute blessing. So I'm going to walk through a couple of these things that have been really life-changing for me and tell my story. We also have groups of testimonials of people that have had the same experience. We have a product line of 27 things. Obviously, I don't take 27 things in a day, so there's a lot of testimonials from people with all of the different things that we use and what they have found with that. But I'm going to walk you through probably about our top 5 and show you, even do a demonstration of some of the things. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the collagen that got me here, okay? So if you struggle with hair loss, skin issues, joint pain, just want like a more youthful glow look to you, this collagen is like non-negotiable. So it looks like this in a bottle. I'm going to pour some of it here. Here we go. So it's a liquid, and this is a 1 ounce serving. Sorry, I know I've got a blur in the background. This is a 1 ounce serving of this. So I keep this by my toothbrush. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. And I take 1 shot before bed. So what is so great about this? This shot has 10 grams of protein in it, which is like half a chicken breast. It also has 11 grams of collagen peptides, which is like 5 times more than any other collagen you're going to find. It's got hyaluronic acid, which is like WD-40 for your joints and moisture for your skin from within. So as you get older and you get more bone-on-bone osteoarthritis, creaking and cracking, you get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and your ankles are cracking and creaking and whatnot, this adds a hydration back. So you've got more mobility within those joints. People have hip pain, back pain, all of those things. This really adds some hydration back and makes them feel so much better. It also has biotin 4,500 micrograms, of biotin, which is probably what made my hair grow back. That is like 10 times more than you find in most places. That is an incredible piece, plus an antioxidant blend that's in here. All natural, of course, type 1 bovine collagen, so closest to the type of collagen we have. And after your 20s, your collagen takes a dive bomb, so you do need to start replacing this to hold your body together. So anyways, cheers. Those of you just joining, this is not whiskey, this is collagen. I just need to, I'm gonna try to get back in the bottle, I'll spill it. Oh, I love it. This is a pina colada, which is my favorite, and I don't even like pina coladas. So I recommend the pina colada flavor. All right, next up, if you have diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloat, are you missing a gallbladder? Do you have issues after you eat, feeling like crap? I know I used to be able to crush a pizza and a pitcher of beer when I was in college, and if I do that now, I feel like total crap. So I'm going to do a demonstration showing you something that is absolutely life-altering for people with any of the things that I just mentioned, okay? So I'm going to take the snack pack pudding, the kind that you'd put like in a kid's lunch, and I'm going to open this. And I always make a mess. And I've spilt this on my laptop before too. It's less than desirable with that. All right, so you can see this is thick. I'm gonna hold it upside down, super thick, right? I'm gonna take a digestive enzyme called Enrich. That's got probiotics and prebiotics. You would normally just take one with a meal. Looks like this. I'm gonna crack this open and put it in here. And while I'm stirring this, I'm gonna tell you what's in it, because this is magical. All right, there we go. You can see, I put it in there. This has 11 strains of digestive enzymes. It's got proteases to break down proteins, breaks down lipids, breaks down carbohydrates. It's got cellulases to break down plant material. So plant material, like if you go on a diet and you eat all this broccoli and cauliflower, it makes you super gassy. This will help digest that so you're not gassy. It's got enzymes that break down beans so that that won't make you gassy as well. It breaks down gluten. It's got gluten digesting enzymes. So that will help make you less bloated when eating gluten. This has lactase to break down dairy. So my daughter, for example, she has issues with dairy. And if she's like going somewhere with friends for pizza or ice cream, she keeps this in her backpack. It's been a game changer. 4 strains of probiotics, the kind that keep you lean and healthy. It also has prebiotics, which is kind of like what keeps the probiotics alive. Because when you take and you feed your body a dead food like this, you need a live probiotic, and you got to keep it alive. Giving a live probiotic a dead food is just going to kill it. So we give it the prebiotics to keep them alive and thriving so that you don't have to do that. So this is so cool. I'm going to show you this. This is what happened over less than a minute. It has completely liquefied the pudding. Okay. And the biggest question that I get is, Becky, is this what comes out the other end? And the answer is absolutely not. This liquid is like what happened to your food. It would liquefy. It's going to empty your intestines. You are going to feel absolutely incredible. Your food's going to be digested. Your nutrients are going to be absorbed better. And you're just going to feel like you can suck in your stomach. Do you ever feel so bloated and you're like, oh God, my jeans are so uncomfortable? Like this, I lost 2 inches off my waist just from bloat alone, taking this with meals. So this is a tool I have in my toolbox. I keep one of these in my purse. I got it on the kitchen island. We go out to eat, it gets passed around the table. My kids take it because they know if they eat a big meal and they take this first, they're not going to feel like they need to go home and take a nap after they eat. It's absolutely incredible. All right. So next up, this is the system. Oh, you know what I didn't show you? Give me 1 second. I didn't show you my hair. Da, 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 da. I just got in a roll. So anyways, here's my hair before and after with the collagen, sorry. So you can see I had this big bald spot right here. This really, really made all the difference for me. Okay. All right. Our next one is the Enrich that I just showed you. But this is a picture I said I swore to God I would never show anybody on the internet. That is me on the right. And I was bloated, tired, looking for answers on how I could finally get my body to react to anything that I was doing, whether it be diet related. I tried low carb, like the keto. I tried everything you could think of, counting calories. I did tons of CrossFit, and I could not get rid of that awful bloating, puffy feeling that I had. So when we released this system here, it's a 2 pieces. I'm going to tell you what's in it. It was all of the difference for keeping me on the path and the straight and narrow to get the weight off once and for all. In my picture on the right, I am 12 pounds less than that now. I'm actually 125 pounds and not 137. So I got to take a new after picture, but I'm kind of waiting until I'm a little bit tanner because it's like winter time almost. I'm pretty white. So I'm like, oh, if I'm going to put on a sports bra, I want to be a little bit less white than I am right now. But here's what we have in this Daily Health system. This is a system that we won a first place Gold Stevie Award for in product innovation. So we beat out companies like Siemens Diagnostics, IBM, a lot of different places. And this is for improving metabolic health. Metabolic health is based off of 5 different markers. The first one is having a fasting glucose greater than 110. Second is having a blood pressure greater than 135/85. Third is having a waist circumference greater than 35 in a female and greater than 40 in a male. That's around the belly button. Next, we have an HDL, which is your good cholesterol, being less than 50, and triglycerides greater than 150. If you have 2 out of 5 of those, you'll probably have metabolic syndrome. You've got insulin resistance. Your vitality and energy levels are in the tank. You've got a lot of brain fog. There's a lot of things going on, and you would just give anything to feel like an upgraded version of yourself, right? So what I did is I started on the Daily Health system. The first piece that was released is the smaller bottle you see on the left. This is called Transform. Transform came out, and it's a sugar to fiber enzyme, and I thought there's no freaking way. My background's in biochemistry, and I'm like, there's no way an enzyme is going to survive a stomach pH of 1 or 2. So what I did is I asked my doctor for a continuous glucose monitor while I utilized this sugar to fiber enzyme, which claimed to turn the sugar in my food into fiber that can't be absorbed through my intestines. So I had all kinds of biological questions with this, and I thought, well, why not be a study of one? So I wore my continuous glucose monitor, and I ate the same foods on one day as I did the next day. And I'll put this in the comments down below after this because I don't have a slide with it on hand. But what happened was my energy levels with taking Transform remained steady. Where you'll see when I post that down below, my blood sugars shot up and then way down. And what does that do? It has you tired, yawning, yearning for sweets, yearning for salty. You're going salty, sweet, I need snacks. I need all of these things. Going to the vending machine, needing more coffee. All of that happens when I did not use the Transform on the same exact meals I used as one day versus the other. So what this does is when you eat a meal and you digest it down into simple like carbohydrates like sugar, it will link those sugar molecules called glucose into an alpha-glucan fiber that can't be absorbed through your intestines. So now you're getting less of that sugar in your bloodstream, which is going to cause less of that bloaty, puffy feeling over time. We're not supposed to say inflammation. So there, I just said it anyways. It will get less sugar in your bloodstream, so therefore you will gain less weight as well over time, about 50 to 90% of your sugar based on the sugar type. Also has grains of paradise to boost your metabolism, like a mild thermogenic effect. All right, and it doesn't make you hot though. All right, on the right-hand side, we have a drink. Okay, we call this our GLP-1 drink, and I hate calling it that because it does so much more than that. But this is our plant-based competitor to the weight loss injectables that that everybody you know is on at this point, essentially. And what this does is it turns off some of your food noise, so you're not constantly thinking about food. And 2, it delays gastric emptying and makes you feel full faster. Okay, so this is drink. Usually I drink it mid-morning. Some people drink it first thing when they wake up. And I think it has like a 6-hour effect. Okay, because it's plant-based, right? This is plants. We're not injecting ourselves with something artificial. It also activates an enzyme called AMPK, adenosine monophosphate kinase. I love this because if you look this up on Google Scholar peer-reviewed literature, you will see how amazing the activation of AMPK is when it comes to fat burning. It will preferentially push your body to burn fat for energy instead of other substrates, specifically the visceral fat around your organs. So now we're shrinking the waist a little bit. So that's huge, right? That's another piece of metabolic health, is shrinking that abdomen. And it also works with your to increase your good cholesterol and decrease your bad cholesterol. These are markers we can't see. So a lot of people, they step on the scale. It's like, well, what about all these markers that are so important for health? And those are included. Lastly, it has L-arginine, which increases nitrous oxide, makes you feel good, dilates your blood vessels, and lowers your blood pressure. So now we've covered all of the metabolic markers that we have. Do you know how many calories, Erin, is in a glass of Activate?
I'm not sure. No.
10. Some people are like, oh, it's got to have 100, 150. No, 10. And it has no aftertaste. It is freaking delicious. It's kind of like a fruit punch per se. It is awesome. I love it mixed with our Glow M white grape powder, and it makes it taste like a fruit snack. So anyways, these two things combined help me get my life back on track. I was able to stick to a higher protein diet without feeling sorry for myself, without craving any other foods. It was absolutely incredible. So combined with a healthy diet, like higher protein, oh my gosh, this is a godsend, let me tell you. Okay. All right. So that is our daily health system. All right. Next up is my lifeline, and I'm absolutely tracking my mailman right now because this drink right here comes in salted caramel, and that is on its way. I don't know if it's here yet. He's going to be here by the time this is done, I think. But this is our Mojo Energizing Nootropic Focus Blend Coffee or hot chocolate. And anybody who follows me on Facebook knows that every single morning for the last 815 days, I have been making my Mojo live on Facebook. So why is this stuff so great? It's got L-theanine for focus. Okay, so it helps you focus on your day. It's got some clean energy from green tea leaf and coffee beans. And it's third-party tested for heavy metals, leads, molds, and toxins. Now, if you look at coffee, the amount of mold toxins in coffee is awful. You don't want mold. Look up why you don't want mold. So it gives you a little bit of energy, but it's a sustained energy. It's not a jittery energy. It's not like you're up and then you're down. It just kind of sticks around. This stuff boosts your metabolism. Okay, so this will keep your metabolism in line, help the blood sugar issues and insulin usage. That is huge. Okay, and it is freaking delicious. Okay, so this is something that I every single day. I love the metabolism boost. It helps me with cravings. I'm a mild intermittent faster. I don't eat until about 10. I am not hungry at all till then because of this. It is phenomenal. I like the Brazilian coffee. It also comes in rich chocolate. And right now, as we speak, we have white chocolate and we have sea salt caramel coffee. So those are super exciting and my favorite. And this is me with my cup of Mojo here in the morning. Oh, love it. All right. One other one I'll mention, because of our age grouping that we have here, and a majority of people that we're friends with are really dealing with perimenopause. And there's 103 different symptoms of perimenopause, including hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, sleeplessness, vaginal dryness. I could go on and on and on and on. And did you know perimenopause starts at 35 and goes all the way till you meet Jesus? Like, it is a really, really long period of time. So some people are like, oh, I'm past that. No, you're never past that, okay? Things like libido become an issue as we get older as well. Now, what this is 3 different plants, and it's a very long scientific name. It's all plant-based, called Estro G100. There's no estrogen in here. But what these plants do is they battle the pieces of perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause that people are struggling with. So the list I mentioned here, in addition to that, mood swings and libido as well. So it also has ashwagandha, which helps with the mood swings. But these things together have been absolutely incredible. If I don't take this, I wake up with night sweats in the middle of the night. I wake up, I can't fall back asleep. When I utilize this, I sleep through the night, no more night sweats. People with hot flashes, vaginal dryness, loss of libido, amazing. And I'm only bringing this up because I think the majority of people that are hopping on here are probably within our age classification, and this has been, like I said, an absolute godsend for them. All right, I'm going to take this off here for just a second and show you one more thing that we are really excited about. This was just released in October, And I think my story with this is pretty incredible. Um, this is niacinamide adenine dinucleotide, or NAD. And a lot of people are like, what? What the heck is that? So I discovered this back in April of 2025 when I was looking through some biohacking groups, because that's kind of my subspecialty. I love doing that. And I noticed everybody was using something called NAD. And the reasons they were doing it was for youthfulness, longevity, anti-aging, better sleep. There was a lot of reasons people were using it. So I'm like, being the biohacker that I am, I'm like, I'm going to give this a try. So I used it as an injection from April until October, because my only other option was to go to my doctor and get an IV drip for $300 per drip. That gets very, very spendy, right? But that's what all of like the celebrities and everything were doing. So I used the injection for the entire summer. And one thing that I noticed is that I kept losing weight, even though I was bringing in foods that were less than desirable. I was going to more barbecues, more margaritas, more of those types of things were creeping in. And yet I wasn't gaining weight back. And I thought, well, this is really weird because I'm not really being careful with what I'm eating or what I'm doing. Well, once I had some friends that started taking this as well, they started losing weight faster. The common denominator here was NAD. So what is NAD? As we get older, after our 20s, 30s, 40s, your body makes NAD less efficiently. What NAD does is it comes into your cells. It is required for the Krebs cycle. Do you remember that whole thing? Cellular energy. It comes in and it poops out a molecule of ATP, which is your energy. Well, over time, your body is not producing NAD as effectively. We add that more into the system. All of our cells have better energy. So therefore, we feel like an elevated version of ourselves when we can add this back in. Well, prior to around the summertime when people were started working on this, we didn't have a capsule version. We had to inject ourselves or mainline it with an IV. Well, now they've created a liposomal form that is absolutely absorbable through your intestines into your bloodstream, that also has something called choline with ellagic acid, which elevates the effect of this, makes it more useful, and it actually helps keep with more brain clarity. So what I've noticed since using this is I come home from work, I fold a load of laundry, I put it away, I make dinner, I clean up dinner, and I'm like, I could keep going. I can still sleep very, very well. It's helped my sleep. I don't wake up as much in the middle of the night. I feel like Becky 2.0, and I have a hard time staying at 125 pounds without losing more weight. So I would love to say that this is the thing that has gotten my metabolism back to where it needs to be to stay under 200 pounds, but not just under 200 pounds, but 125 pounds. I truly believe this myself. It takes, I would say, up to 3 months to get the full metabolic benefit of it. At first, you're going to start getting better mental clarity. You're going to start sleeping better. And then all of a sudden, you're going to just start feeling more vitality from within and a better metabolism. So I wanted to make sure I covered that before we moved on. So a couple things that are really exciting about what we have. If you're interested in the Daily Health System and Enrich, or any of these other things that I've mentioned, we have, of course, you can go to Erin and get these, but we also have discounted bundles that include free enrollment and free travel activation right now, which I'll cover in a second. It's worth looking at because you will get a discount every time you order moving forward. You have the ability to send a referral link to somebody to order if they want to, and you have the ability to build a team which you would generate income from. One of the pieces here that I think is super cool that I've never seen anywhere else is our Jeep program. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, getting a $350 or $500 Jeep payment given to you each month, you definitely want to talk to Erin and Haley about what this looks like. I have a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee in my garage that I don't pay a penny for, that Trinant pays me to drive. So that is part of our compensation plan as well, and something to consider because you get it right away at the beginning in the first rank, and you don't have to wait till you get to the top to get that. I did mention that we have Trinant Travel, which is an amazing piece to add on to your business repertoire here. And this is mind-blowing to me. When they released this, I just about peed my pants. So did my husband. We were both sitting in Vegas when they unleashed this. And what this is It's an addition to having a wellness platform. We have a travel platform. And what you can do is you can book up to 850,000 different places at up to 65% off, beating out major online competitors that you'd find. One big one starts with an E, another one starts with a P. I think you know what I'm talking about. When you start your search for vacations, people usually start there. You also get a free vacation voucher each year. So after being part of the travel plan for a year, they give you a voucher worth about $2,000 to use for a vacation. So that is something I have never heard of at all. You get discounts on condos, cruises, resorts, all-inclusive resorts. Everything is in this portal, let me tell you. So going in to use it, you just book like anywhere else, but it has crazy, incredible benefits. Make sure that you take a deeper look at this too when taking a peek at Turnont. All right, so let's say you're interested in some of the things that we mentioned here today. We have different bundles that are highly discounted. The top left includes our Enrich, which I did the pudding demonstration with, and the one that caused me to lose 60 pounds very quickly on the top left. That's our starter bundle. Bottom left, a little bit bigger, is our builder bundle, and the one that I came in on, of course, is our elite pack, where you get to try a little bit of everything, including that awesome collagen that I mentioned, our clear protein, our electrolytes, the coffee even for her, creatine, balance, you name it, everything is in here. Plus you get a free convention ticket. So that is super, super exciting. All right, is there anything I missed, Erin, that you can think of, or any questions that you have here towards the end?
Not that I know of. I just know that it's changed my life and like has definitely made a difference. So I wanted to bring it to my people and see, if it can make a difference for them too, because I never expected it to make such a big difference. So,
Yep,
and the
totally,
travel's
totally.
been great too, as most of my friends know, I travel a lot. In fact, I'm going to Japan in a couple days, and when I joined the travel thing, I immediately looked up the hotels that I already had booked, and I found the first 2 nights I saved $60. Like it's a great deal. I checked on different like sites I normally use for deal travel, which that's how I travel so often, and I found so many great things. So it's definitely worth checking out. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right. Okay, if you guys have any questions, shoot them down in the comments below. Erin and I will monitor that and help answer questions for you guys that you need. All right. Have a good day, guys.
thank you. Bye.